Yo, do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know.
Tell me how they broke, tryna chime in. Jesus watching over here in diamonds. He the only reason why I do not get violent. Ay, cause he gave me patience. Ay, swear that don't make sense. Ay, when you making bands, can make friends. Cause I know they tryna shit like Ray-Bans. Got a bad little shorty wasting. And I own it, I ain't gotta pay rent. Ay, I know we the ones that ain't them. Put both hands together and I'm saying amen. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going bigger. Postmates, how I deliver. My game too cold, made it shiver. But I'm still a hot boy, cool it down, let it simmer. Hey, see him mad, got him bitter. Can't stop the shine with a dimmer. Only what I give her, and she let her call me baby, but I do not need a sitter. See me dip, yeah, I'm saucing. People at the bank see me often. Let the money run, it's a faucet. She gave me the that's a boss it. Took over the game, now we all in. I was down in the chips, then went all in. Throwing up the game, ain't no vomit. Make my mama stop working, that's the promise. Going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm
P-P-P-Love, time to bring the bass back.
Let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. And I gotta win no matter what, like fourth down, Hail Mary, no punch. Like every time I touch down, I gotta stunt. Randy Moss, yeah, my numbers going up. All these trophies, what do I need any more for? Check the stats up, you can check the scoreboard. Check the stats, Jay Critch, I'm the QB. Ran it up and then I went and got a new freeze. How it feel to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. How it feel to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. If you you ain't a winner, then don't come round. On my way to another city, it's a touchdown. Underlay, yeah, I gotta get it in a rush now. Let them hate, try to knock me down, but we got up now. You say that you ballin', keep it real though. Ay, why I never saw you in the field though? Ay, I make it look easy, it's a field goal. I've been grinding for a minute and I'm still going. How it feel to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star, in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. How it feel to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star, in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta
up, it's magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the desert Southwest, Glendale, Arizona, and State Farm Stadium. Coming up, it's the final game of Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a good NFC matchup in store between the San Francisco 49ers and the Arizona Cardinals. Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game.
That's it, baby. We gonna work. Here we go. 180! 21. Here we go. I got you.
Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
After the turnover, here's Murray. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it. And some room to run now. And into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right? Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Murray now to throw. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Credit the sack to Fred Warner.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long.
Strip that ball. Watch the eye.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. He's got his target. It's Cobb. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Check 24. Check 24.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. Quincy Wilson in on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Check 13. Check.
On 2nd down, here's Murray. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
55. Mike's 54. Mike's 50.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. And able to find Kirk complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 37. Line of scrimmage moves from one 37-yard line to the other as they come up 1st and 10. Murray now on 1st down. Open man is Kirk, complete. Touchdown, Cardinals. Christian Kirk, 37 yards as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. Elliott good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go, here we
The
go.
49er offense set to get this drive underway. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Well, there's times when you see these catches that are made, and we just know the guys playing it are really wishing for college rules. Only need that one foot down instead of 2. It's awfully difficult on the sideline, isn't it?
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Second down, McKinnon. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Mike, here we go, here we go, here we go. 180! 11.
Back to the ground, this time Cook. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
Brings up 4th down.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowski to punt this one away. On the return comes Cobb. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time, they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 37-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Right there.
2nd down, Murray sets to throw. That's going to be caught by Kirk. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. How about the first quarter he's putting together out wide? Pretty impressive.
I think that he likes the fact that we're playing this as a day game. You know, some guys, they respond better in the evenings. For some reason, it builds up. For this guy, day game, and he is off and running. You're exactly right. 100 might be conservative with the start that he's had here in the first quarter.
Yeah, by the numbers, he's on pace for 200-plus right now.
Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense.
Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down. That's complete to Cobb. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
I got it. Check. Fresh nose.
Out of the pistol, here's Johnson. And an alley to run. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A gain of 10, first down, Arizona.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10.
54, Mike, 54.
Throwing on first down is Murray. Caught by Cobb.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. A gain of 10, first down, Arizona.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Let's go, you tighten up.
On second down now, it's Johnson. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
These two teams all tied after one.
With the score tied 7-7.
The Cardinals on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 5.
Under 10, under 10, 10.
From the gun, Murray. And this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And the return won't go anywhere. They'll be back deep in their own territory at the 2-yard line. Andy Isabella was the intended target. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
In his own end zone, it's Garoppolo. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
A 28-yard gain. And the 49er.
So first and 10 now from the 30.
Double dog, that's the way.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down.
Brings up second and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Here we go. 180. Check, white. 21. 54, right there. 54, Mike. Let's go, tight end.
Looking to throw on second down. Garoppolo. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Hey, gun. Is that yours? Who's 21?
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Open receiver, that's Caden Smith, the tight end. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 13 yards there and a Niner first. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
I got you.
On first down, Garoppolo. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Garoppolo's throw taken in by Samuel. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 22-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On first down now, run with McKinnon. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They come out here in the eye. They go play action here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Hassan Reddick. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
Well, if you're going to throw the ball on first and goal from the 2, the worst thing that should result is an incompletion for you offensively. But, Brandon, this is a different type of football. Back in my day, first and goal from the 2, a lot of big people with big neck rolls, they were on the field trying to ram it into the end zone.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's second and goal. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They get only a yard there. Now it's third and goal.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Garoppolo now on 3rd and goal. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Solid coverage on the play by Devondre Campbell. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while, but when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I was
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. It gets it over the middle to Cobb. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Randall Cobb, 74 yards. And the Cardinals have retaken the lead. Elliott now to add the extra point. And oh, he missed it. It's no good. And that will keep this a 3-point game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super tough.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Garoppolo now, first down throw. He's going to let this one go deep. It's caught inside the 25. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. George Kittle, 68 yards. And the 49ers have retaken the lead. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
Watch the twist, watch the twist.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
All day, just like no tape.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
Check 99, check 99.
To throw is Murray. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. And that's caught inside the 30. A huge play there for Arizona. 45 yards.
And the Cardinals, first down. First and 10.
Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. Now Johnson. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. On second down, Johnson. Then he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Rip right. Shift, go.
Shotgun now from Murray. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
The kick by Elliott is good, and that'll bring him back within a point. So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
Fielded about a yard deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. He's going to rifle one deep left side. It's caught at the 10. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. George Kittle, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly for 6. Gold with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Going for the deep ball. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Check three. Oh, try. Mike's 56.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And a completion to Wilson. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
56 to Mutt, boys. 50. Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus. Where'd he go? 56 to Mike. 56 is the Mike. Hey, tight.
From the gun, Murray. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Able to get there and pick it. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 1-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. Fielded about a yard deep. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35 and make it the 40-yard line.
It's the 3rd quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard. And while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 35. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12.
Check three, check three, check three.
On 2nd down, here's Murray. He's going to wind up and air it out. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up in that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Here's Murray. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Garoppolo going to give this one to McKinnon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers.
65, 65.
San Francisco.
Off the play fake to McKinnon, it's Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chandler Jones in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Here's Garoppolo to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here. After 1st and 2nd down went backwards, it's 3rd and very long. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Now Garoppolo lost the football, and the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And they take over already 5 yards deep into the red zone at the 15-yard line. They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for a while.
And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. Taking it in from a yard out as his guys are able to regain the lead. Murray's going to keep this himself on the RPO. And that is caught for the 2 points. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
Here we go, here we
The
go.
49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Pick it up, defense. Let's go.
And he rifles one incomplete. He was looking that time for Dante Pettis, and it's 3rd down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Hey, exit. Hey, come on.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Goodwin able to haul it in. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 29-yard line.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
There's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
You draw forfeit.
43. Check, 43. Hey, get out of the way. Mike's 43. Mike's 43.
Nick.
No such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
Hey, I 7.
Back to the air on 2nd. It's Garoppolo. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away. Flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field. Have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the 2nd miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards to pick up, good enough for an Arizona first.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Here's Johnson. And an alley to run. Johnson on its poke free. Football's out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Here we go. Undercrush. Let's go. 56.
There's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals first down as well.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Murray now on 1st down. That's complete to Cobb. The end result, 21 yards.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at 2nd and goal.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, look at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though. And he will force his way forward for a yard or 2, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back. Justin Pugh, the left guard that time with the flag. A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Here we go, D. All day.
2nd down, Murray sets to throw. That's going to be caught by Kirk for a Cardinals touchdown. Christian Kirk, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cardinals push further out in front. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You don't always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go for the goalpost, though.
It does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to the stretch? And guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. It's a gain of 9 yards, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
Here we go. What do you need?
Right there, 54 Mike. Here we go.
They'll look to pick it up with McKinnon. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Give him the 3rd down conversion. 5 yards on the play.
Gain of 5. 1st down, 49ers.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. 1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. He's going to fire this thing deep right side into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Deontay Thompson.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They begin the drive with Johnson. And an alley to run. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That goes for 14 yards, 1st down Cardinals. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
Tight dog.
They'll run it with Johnson. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 38-yard line. Murray now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Watch out.
Here's Muhammad, and I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Mike 51. Your track.
Now on 2nd and 13. Murray. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 20. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Johnson was the intended receiver. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
San Francisco.
Garoppolo now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Malik Collins busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me, long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter.